Welcome back, Dave, ABQ, SC, and C. It is time for another edition of Johnny Waldeck's MLB Power Rankings. I have procrastinated enough. Johnny Waldeck deserves these power rankings to be displayed. It is the pre-spring training, mid-January, early February power rankings powered by Johnny Waldeck. Agree, disagree. Just don't hate, baby. Everybody had their chance. I gave everybody about a month to say whether or not they would like to do the power rankings. Johnny Waldeck is the only one who stepped up to the plate. So all season long is going to be Johnny Waldeck's power rankings. We are heading into the bottom half of the league right now. Sitting at number 30 is the Baltimore Orioles. Baltimore Orioles, Johnny Waldeck says, the Orioles are having a very quiet offseason. The addition of Jose Iglesias helps fill their hole at shortstop, but there are still many holes to fill. Don't disagree with this. As you can see, the bottom three teams, the Marlins, the Tigers, and the Orioles, those are the three teams we will be betting against this year. The two teams we are betting with are going to be the Yankees and the Dodgers. I'm going to be making a $5 parlay every day. It's going to be the Yankees, the Dodgers, whoever plays the Marlins, the Tigers, and the Orioles. So some days it may just be a one-teamer, as a lot of teams are going to have the day off. Some days it's going to be a five-teamer, but that's what we're going to do, $5 per day. Yankees, Dodgers, whoever plays the Marlins, whoever plays the Tigers, and whoever plays the Orioles. So I do not disagree with this bottom three at all. Number 29, the Detroit Tigers. The Tigers, Johnny Waldeck says, improved just enough to leapfrog the Orioles for him. They move up one spot. The signing of Jonathan Schoop and C.J. Cron at least show they are trying. They are signing stuff, and they have the tendency of every 5, 6, 7 years to make a run and get to the World Series. So who knows? They may mess me up this year, but that's still what we're going with. At number 28, the Miami Marlins. Johnny says he really likes the Marlins signing of Corey Dickerson. He sees him as a poor man's Christian Yelich, and who knows? He could become a star in Miami. Miami gets all these guys before they blow up and become superstars. Will this be another one? They stay at the same spot. So if you are interested in joining me on my venture here this year, let me know. We can work something out. I'm going to be making a bet every day during the regular season. So at number 27, the Pittsburgh Pirates. Pittsburgh Pirates, Johnny Waldeck says, have a few small signings since the holidays, but there has been nothing notable, which is why they are staying at 27. Staying in the same spot. At number 26, the other team I considered as part of my bet, the Kansas City Royals. Johnny says the Royals signed Michael Franco, which I see as either a great signing or a horrible one based on his time with the Phillies. He has potential, but can he finally put it to use? Royals trying as well, just like the Tigers. We'll see if it helps them any. Big fall from a few years ago. Staying in the same spot at number 25 are the San Francisco Giants. Hot Box Cars Giants. Johnny says the Giants got rid of Zach Cozart, whom they acquired earlier this offseason. They are an extremely older team, and they need a repeat from Mike Yastrzemski. Yastrzemski is one of the hot young, well, not young players, but hot rookie players that everybody's trying to get. We'll see if he can make a difference. At number 24, the Seattle Mariners. Johnny says the Mariners have been quiet since the holidays. Maybe with the Astros' punishments, they will have a chance in the West. Mariners started 13-2 last year and then just went back to the Mariners that they always were. We'll see. Moving down one spot at 23 are the Colorado Rockies. Johnny says the Rockies have had rumors of trading their star Arenado, who we got a auto from. It would be interesting to see the package they would receive. That's true. Arenado has been in trade talks. Dodgers, Padres, same thing with Mookie Betts. At 22, moving up a spot, the Diamondbacks. Johnny says the Diamondbacks have made some more moves with the signing of Hector Rondon and extending David Peralta. The Diamondbacks appear to be trying to win. Peralta, man, I just can't get on board with him. He's okay. I don't know. Moving down two spots, still in the West, the San Diego Padres. Johnny says the Padres have been quiet since trading Tommy Pham. They still have one of the best farm systems in baseball and have a bright future ahead. I don't think they needed to make a few moves. They're still a year or two away from taking over the Dodger spot. But they're heading in the right direction, getting Tommy Pham. At number 20, the Texas Rangers moving down 4 spots. Johnny says the Rangers signing a Todd Frazier is a disappointment after being linked to Donaldson, Bryant, and Arenado. Frazier is horrible. Down goes Frazier. Frazier's horrible, man. Good luck, Texas Rangers. At number 19, moving up 2 spots, the Toronto Blue Jays. Johnny says the addition of Hyun-Jin Ryu adds a much-needed established pitcher. With their young lineup, the Blue Jays could have a breakout year. I think Johnny's right. Blue Jays move up this year. They don't contend. The Rays and the Yankees and the Red Sox still finish above them. They're still 4th place, but I think they definitely do better than they did last year. They could surprise and finish above the Red Sox, who don't have the benefit have a new manager. And the Tampa Bay Rays could slip, so who knows? They could end up in 2nd. At number 18, staying in the same spot are the Los Angeles Angels. Johnny says with one of the better duos in the game, the Angels are looking very thin outside of that. It doesn't help that they lost Cole Calhoun in free agency. Rendon, Trout. They tried to get a couple other players, but were not able to. Hoping to be the best of the worst in the West here, I think. At number 17, moving down 4 spots, are the Milwaukee Brewers. Johnny says the Brewers are continuing an offseason in which they are losing much of their offensive core, not to mention their below-average rotation. Not a shock here. Most of their guys were coming up on wanting to get paid, and it is the history of the Brewers to not pay them. So we'll see. Craig Counsell has a lot of work ahead of him. Number 16, moving up 4 spots, are Adam B's White Sox. Johnny says the White Sox added Dallas Keuchel to their young rotation, giving them a sizable upgrade to what they already had. Expect the White Sox to compete in the Central. I don't disagree. White Sox have a chance. They have a young core of players. Eloy needs to really step up and live up to his potential. The top of the bottom, at number 15, the Cleveland Indians, staying in the same spot. Johnny says the Indians appear to be more and more likely to keep Frankie Lindor. Expect them to compete, but I expect them to take a step back this year. He's looking more like a trading deadline decision. They are definitely going to try to dump him later on this year. So we're moving on up. Top half of the league. Each team gets their own logo here. The Chicago Cubs at 14, moving down 2 spots. Johnny says the Cubs are reportedly shopping Chris Bryant to shed some payroll. Still expected them to compete, but nowhere near what they did in 16. I don't think they're ever going to have a year like 16. It's hard to have career years every year, and these guys have been sliding ever since. I don't think they should shop Bryant. I think they should shop some other players around. But it's the Cubs. So at number 13, moving up 4 spots. I see some bias here. Johnny Waldeck wanted to see his team's logo up here. Number 13, the Cincinnati Reds. Johnny Waldeck and Curtis Elliott at 13. Johnny says after the Reds sign Shogo Akiyama, the Reds outfield is looking very crowded. Maybe a trade is coming soon. There's definitely a crowded outfield. Reds actually have a chance. I'm not going to disagree with Johnny here. I wouldn't have them as high as 13, but that's just me. At number 12, moving up 2 spots, the New York Mets. RTS Sports Cards Mets. Johnny says the Mets rotation is clearly the strong part of their team. If they can find a decent manager quick, they have a strong chance to be a wild card team. This is going to be the thing. What are they going to do here now that they don't have Beltran? I know they had some people going. I don't know if they hired anybody yet. I haven't really been keeping up with it. It might end up, the Mets are going to be the new age Dodgers with that strong rotation and a young core. McNeil stays healthy. They're going to be good. It's going to depend on whether Alonso can keep it up or not. Down one spot is, oh, nope, staying in the same spot are the Boston Red Sox at number 11. Johnny says it seems for the moment that Mookie Betts trade talks are slowing. They need to bounce back years for many players to compete with the Yankees. 18. Was it because of, what's his name? I don't even remember the manager's name anymore. He's long gone. Probably never be back in baseball. Such a meteoric rise. That's probably what was going on. So we'll see with this team. They get back to how they were before. They'll be in second place, maybe third place in the East. Number 10, down one spot, is the St. Louis Cardinals. Johnny says the Cardinals are still competing with the Rangers for Ozuna and are in talks with the Rockies about Arenado. Expect some changes before the season starts. Cardinals need to do something. They just could not get it done in the playoffs. Goldschmidt was a help, but not the full answer. At number 9, the Oakland A's. Moving down a spot, Johnny says the A's, following the Astros scandal, now have the best chance to dethrone the Astros. Fires might need the U.S. Marines to protect him whenever the A's go into Houston. Fires is getting a lot of heat, but I don't know. I'm not too big on this thing, on Fires getting all this heat. So hate on me if you want, but I think Fires did the right thing. Was it too late? Absolutely. He was not going to do it while it was going on, as that was definitely going to kill any clubhouse culture. And nobody did anything. Keuchel, Verlander, nobody said anything. So you can't just blame Fires. At number 8, down one spot, are the Philadelphia Phillies. Johnny says the Phillies have filled a lot of holes this offseason. Expect a fun race between them, the Braves, and the Nationals. Should be interesting. The return of Andrew McCutchen and that team, will they be good enough to dethrone the Nationals? At number 7, down a spot, go Rays. Johnny says the Rays, as usual, aren't spending money in the offseason. The only question is who is going to have a breakout year for them. They win 90. All they do is win, win, win. Throw your hands in the air. All they do is win with little payroll. Them and the A's, man, they just get it done with the players they have. Expect the Rays to win 90 games again along with the A's. And they'll be in contention for the wild card, but that's about it. At number 6, moving up 4 spots, the Minnesota Twins. Johnny says the Twins appear to be the team to beat in the Central after signing Josh Donaldson. How many home runs will the Twins hit this year? I don't know if it's going to be as many, as they might have been. Like, that big of a jump in home runs, especially at home, makes you think they were doing stuff too. So who knows? I know other teams were doing it, as nobody has come out and said right on that people should be banned from baseball or anything like that. All the players are staying quiet because everybody knows they were doing something similar. Was it the Twins? It could have been. At number 5, the defending champions, staying in the same spot. Johnny says after signing Will Harris and Starlin Castro, the Nationals are looking as similar as the team as last year, minus Anthony Rendon. They barely made the wild card last year, so we'll see if they can keep it up. That pitching staff is going to have to keep pitching phenomenally for them to have a chance to repeat. At number 4, down one spot, are the Astros. Johnny says after the sign stealing scandal was confirmed and more evidence is coming out by the day, I'm doubting how good the Astros really are. The only ones I'm really doubting are Gurriel, Bregman, and who else was doing that stuff? Somebody else was doing that stuff. Those guys are the ones who are going to have to prove to everybody that it was not just a fluke. Whether they stay on top or they only, like some people are saying, they're only going to win 60 games. I think they still win 80 games, maybe 85. Whether they can make it to 90, who knows? We'll see. Number 3, moving up a spot, are the Atlanta Braves. Johnny says, sure, the Braves lost to Josh Donaldson, but many star third basemen available in the trade market, and how good of a farm system the Braves have. They could move Albies over to third. I don't see a problem with that. They could do anything they want. There are plenty, like Johnny said, there are plenty of people out there who could fill in the spot. I'm sure they have something in mind, and they look to be just as good this year as they did last year. Number 2, staying in the same spot, are my Dodgers. Johnny says the Dodgers are by far the best team in the West. Expect them to win 100 games and have a solid chance to make the World Series. Thank you, Johnny. I think so too. Whether or not we had a lot of walk-offs last year, so maybe we win a half of those this year. We stay right around 100, I think, maybe upper 90s. Still better than most of the teams in the league. And finally, number 1, the New York Yankees, stay in the same spot. Johnny says the Yankees should be the best team in baseball on paper. You could see them having up to 7 to 8 All-Stars this season and have a very good chance to win the World Series. If they played phenomenal with all the injuries last year, if they can stay healthy, they are going to just explode. Judge has had injury issues. If he can stay healthy, Giancarlo's had injury issues. These guys stay healthy. I'm hoping Yankees-Dodgers World Series. We'll see. That is the Power Rankings, folks. Love it, hate it. Leave a comment. Drop a like. Let us know how you think we're doing. We'll be doing this all season, once a week. So look forward to it. Appreciate you guys. Have a great night. Thank you, Johnny Waldeck, and stay safe, everyone. Bye.